After back-to-back disappointing seasons, ATK's board appointed ISL's tried and tested manager Antonio Lopez Hawass. Hawass, who won the ISL in his previous stint with ATK, has instituted the three-man defense that served him well at his title-winning second spell at ATK. In this video, we took a close look at what tactics Antonio Hawass used in his second stint. With 33 goals scored and 16 conceded, ATK had the second best defense and attack at the league stage in the 1920 season. Hawass has built his defense around Indian veteran Pritam Kotal, young talented Sumit Rathi and Agustin. ATK's 3-5-2 formation usually has two strikers up front, Roy Krishna and David Williams, with an attacking midfielder ahead of two deep-lying playmakers. These were flanked by wingbacks, generally Michael Susairaz on the left and Prabir Das on the right, who has 5 assists, joined second best in his team with David Williams and Javier Hernandez. ATK generally attacked directly with long balls rather than through a patient build-up involving the double pivot. As a result, ATK has the least ever possession, only 44.7%. In Roy Krishna and David Williams, ATK has two excellent forwards who thrive on direct balls because of their pace and positional sense. Crossfield balls were launched by the centre-backs and defensive midfielders with the intention to find the strikers behind the opposition defense. Both forwards often timed their run to perfection and used their pace and strength to get past the opposition defenders. ATK scored 7 goals in this manner. Otherwise, ATK looks to use width to create chances. This functions in several ways. Hawass gave full license to Prabir Das to go forward during the attacks, so Prabir Das often looks to push high, and a midfielder would then push outwards to create an overload in the wide areas of the pitch, assisted by a striker dropping off. The other striker and attacking midfielder are available to make runs against the opposition centre-backs, either to collect the ball to take shots or to make deeper runs into the box. Also, due to overload on flanks, the centre midfielder and striker often draw out the defenders to them and with quick 1-2 passes opens the space for Prabir Das to run into and put crosses to find striker and attacking midfielder in the box. Prabir Das puts 3.4 crosses per 90 minutes, highest in his team in the 1920 season. ATK also looks to attack in this way on the left side, as Michael Susairaz has ability and strength to attack and defend his flank. Hawass mostly used him in defense to stop counterattacks, but when Susairaz did go in attacks, he showed his quality, as he scored 3 goals and put 31 crosses in the box. In the middle of the pitch, Javier Hernandez was the main playmaker of the team. He provided excellent through balls to strikers throughout the season and created 1.6 goal scoring chances per 90 minutes. Also, he netted 2 goals and assisted other 5 times. Defensively, ATK's 3-5-2 becomes a 5-3-2. Antonio Hawass was happy to sit deeper rather than pressing high up. ATK's centre-backs came in narrow and clogged up the space around the box. Midfielders also came in to create an impenetrable defense. When opponents swung the ball into the box from the flanks, they were comfortable with the 3 aerial dominant centre-backs. And from these scenarios, they primed for a counter-attack, which is another big weapon of ATK. As many teams commit fullbacks high up in the attacks, it leaves space behind to be exploited. ATK scored 14 goals out of their 39 goals by counterattacks. ATK merged with Mohun Bagan at the beginning of this year and managed to retain the core players of the team and signed 2 best centre-backs of the league, Terry and Sandesh Jingan. Also, they signed Subhashish Bose and Manveer Singh to add depth to the squad. ATK Mohun Bagan will be favourites to lift the ISL trophy once again and will aim to reach the knockout stage of AFC Cup competition. To watch tactical analysis of Sandesh Jingan, click here, and to watch Roy Krishna's, click here.